Thank you for joining us. Before we get started, I just wanted to go through the agenda and highlight a few housekeeping notes. Erin, if you could click through to the next one. So on the screen, you'll see our agenda, a little intro, some background on ACC again, how we serve you. Then we're going to dive into the demo, the meat of today's content. And then we'll close up with some common concerns we hear from home inspectors, objections, questions they typically have when they first start talking with us. And then we have time for Q&A at the end to take your questions. Before we kick it off and kick it over to Erin, a little bit about Erin. She has been with ACC for over 10 years, almost 13 years now. And she is currently serving as our account executive on the sales side. She's held a variety of roles at ACC, but currently she is our account executive. And having been with ACC for 13 years almost, Erin can pretty much answer any question you have about ACC. So you're with the right people in the right room. And with that, Erin, I will kick it over to you.
So why America's Call Center? We answer exclusively for home inspectors or within the inspection industry. So we're knowledgeable about what you do. We have over 25 years of industry experience and knowledge. It's live people who know what makes your business unique because we customize for you. And we're in alignment with your goals and objectives so we can help deliver. While only serving home inspectors, we're 100% specialized in your industry and know it inside and out. A lot of the veteran employees average 8+ years with ACC, and we can educate your callers on the basics, radon, sewer scopes, things of that nature, and the basic home inspection. We can coach them on what types of services they might want or need and why. Oh, you're getting financing. You offer termite. Can we set you up with a termite inspection? There's a lot of opportunity there for us. Who uses ACC? ACC is intended to help inspection businesses of all sizes and grow their business. Startup inspectors, established inspectors growing a solo operation, and multi-inspector businesses. ACC enables your growth on average. Our customers see a 20 to 30% boost in revenue after joining ACC. Over 35,000 inspections booked so far this year, and more than 250,000 calls, emails, and text messages have been handled in 2025 alone, and it's only August, so there's plenty coming. An inspector who joined ACC in Q2 this year has already seen their revenue take off. Before ACC, they were doing $473.56 per inspection. Since working with ACC, that's grown to $532.67. That's an average revenue increase of 12.5% on every inspection. And we only get better as we continue to learn the nuances of your business and get used to scheduling for your company. All right, so now is demo time. So what we do is we have our own proprietary software, and it's called Cornerstone 2. So we don't work directly in your BMS or CRM. So that way all of our team members have the same software they work in, and it integrates with yours. This is what we call My Test Company. So for your company, we will customize your map. For example, we're based out of Kansas City, so a large portion of our team is from the Midwest. And this is the map we use here. Kansas City is split on the Missouri side and the Kansas side. Some of you are in areas like that where you cover multiple states, or even maybe you have inspectors that have specific territories. We can customize your map as you see here by color, and we can do multiple colors. Say you're a multi-inspector firm, different people cover different territories, or maybe it's an ancillary specialty. Only offer sewer scope here, or only offer, different, use this third party for this ancillary in this market, things like that. Now, if you do use an online scheduler, this is an ISN example. We note if you want us to follow up on your online orders, or if you'll handle all of those and just have us follow up on orders you send us. Definitely, any particular notes go on this main dashboard. Like, for example, if you are covering multiple states and there are licensure requirements, things like that. So then what we're going to do, we're going to make up a fun little address here. There it is. Boom. It shows on the coverage map where it is. So we know, yes, it's in your territory. And then we go from there to create an appointment. We get the client's name and their email. And then right here, if you use the SMS notifications in software like ISN, HIP, Spectora, we'll check that here so that the client will receive your text notifications and reminders that you send. Then we get a little close-up of where the property is. We can see right exactly where it is and zoom in to see and verify. As you know, sometimes buyers act like they know the address and then it's the wrong address. It's a different house they looked at. We always put who ordered the inspection, and we find out if it's occupied or the utilities are on. We can customize with different notes for you based on the property that you want. Like, for example, lot numbers for those pre-drywall inspections or utility policies. Will or will you inspect with utilities? Or if not, do you charge a return trip fee? Different notes we can specialize here. Then we have this Find on Google button we use. So that'll take us to the listing. And as you can see, there's multiple listings. So we're going to try to go through different listings to look for maybe information that may vary. Maybe this one says that it's 1,000 square feet, but then when we go back to Redfin, it might say that it's 1,200 square feet because, 619 right here. 1,040, that's different than the other listing. So we're going to go with the highest amount for you. Now, we often get asked if we use a script. And the answer to that is no. If you have a script you want us to use, we're happy to customize it. As you can see, we can add different notes here. But what we're going to do is put in the square footage and the age, but while talking to the client. It looks like it's a 2-story townhome, about 1,040 square feet, built in 1987. Then right here, it's on a basement, but we're going to select crawl space just so I can show you different options that we have as far as pricing. Some markets like to use purchase price, or some inspectors, like if it's over, say, $1 million, they like to add a special fee just because of the different amenities that may be in the home. Then we're going to verify utilities as far as public versus private and any other special environmentals you like, mother-in-law apartments, outbuildings, things of that nature that may not be listed in your services. And this is an ISN integrated company. Right here, you can see that we have that same symbol, but a Spectora one, HIP one, different things. But it shows us the last time that it synced. So it last synced at 6:01 Central Time. So just about 9 minutes ago, which means it's going to sync here in another minute. Over here, we have your packages, and then we have your different services. So we select these, and these come directly from your business management software. And we can select those, and it'll click it and also provide pricing as we select these services. And that's how it'll appear over to you. When we go to schedule, if you're a multi-inspector firm, when we go to schedule, we see mileage and drive time from other existing appointments. And when we do look on that appointment, if you look in the black box, it shows the square footage and the age. So if we're trying to schedule it with Jimmy, who's 3.9 miles away, and it's a decent sized house, say that was 7,000 square feet. Nope, we're going to go down here and offer Justin because he's next on the scheduling order. We can add notes on here that have a scheduling order. For example, always schedule Jimmy first, then Justin and Nellie, different things like that. We can also add notes. So if they need off a day, they don't work certain days, maybe they need to off schedule due to an appointment, we can add those notes, and you can add those in your schedule in ISN or Spectora. Maybe they do it on their Google Calendar. However you do it, it syncs over to us. So we're able to do that. So then when we book the appointment, from there, we're going to go get the buyer's agent information. Now, if this was an existing agent, all of her information would pop up. And then right down here, it would also show her appointment history. But we add their email address, their phone number, and their brokerage. We can then also verify their brokerage to make sure that they're still at the same agency, they have the same address. Say maybe Jenny was at Berkshire Hathaway, but now she's at Compass. Well, her email was BHHS. So we want to verify that she's now at Compass and update that email address for the notifications. Different markets have different access situations. Some use a showing service like Showing Time or Broker Bay. Say you use one of those services, we'll have either the phone number, or if you have an online login, we'll have that there too to confirm access. For example, if it's on a lockbox code, we're going to get that code, and that is going to sync into your software as well. Now, if you do offer Flex Fund, that'll show up in your services. And this is where we have like your payment information. Clients are encouraged to use pay link in the confirmation email, but we can accept cash or check on site. Maybe you have a Venmo or a Zelle or a PayPal you use. We can put all of that information here to tell the client. We are going to find out how they heard about us. Was it from their agent? Did they click on your website? And if they're going to attend, then we're going to send the agreement through ISN, and they're going to pay by credit card online. Now, right here, we select the agreement type, so it'll trigger all your notifications in your software. Something else I like to talk about is this right here. When we're giving the quote, before we give them the quote, we're going to let them know what the inspection includes. It's the full structural, electrical, and mechanical inspection, and it does come with a limited infrared scan of areas of concern. Maybe you offer a warranty, anything special to set you apart from any of your competitors that maybe they're price shopping with as well. We always want to make sure we mention that and then give them the price. We want to let them know what all they're going to get and the great value of the inspection you provide before we tell them how much it is. So maybe they've talked to other companies that just say, oh, the home inspection's, $395. And then we give them all that and tell them it's $400. And they're like, that's great. This comes with so much more. Common concern, ease of transition. You might be thinking that's great, but I can't even think about going through the process of handing over my phone. It seems too daunting. We do offer a dedicated onboarding team to get you set up. So we spend as much time as needed to customize your profile. I showed you guys some examples of the different types of notes we can add. We like to make it your unique business. So if you do anything special, you have any particular preferences, maybe you have referrals. We don't want to take a message and send one to you saying, hey, they want to know who you recommend for sewer scope, since you don't offer it. If we have that information ahead of time, we can give that on the same call, and it makes us look professional. So if you have anything special, anything that makes your company unique, we love to be able to set that up for you. These are some things that different customers have said about ACC. After they use us, different things have come up. It's not going to be perfect the first month. Sometimes it's great, but sometimes we have to learn your business and get more of your calls. So don't be afraid to hand over those calls so we can better serve you. Right. Are there any questions?
Yes, Q&A time. Thank you, Erin. Here is one. How do you handle bookings through our online scheduler?
So as I mentioned in the demo a little bit, we can add notes onto how you want us to handle that. If you want us to follow up on them, we love that. You can have us copied to get your online order notifications, and then we will call and follow up on that. We will also pull up the listing like I showed you in the demo to verify the information in case they put incorrect information in online. We want to get the most accurate pricing as possible for you.
Another one, common one. How do I get my calls over to ACC? How does that process work?
That's actually pretty easy. You control that. We have two options for you. The first is we give you a local number to forward your business line to. So you can control that to forward to us. We always suggest right away, but just because that's less wait time for the caller. Or if you want to forward it after a couple rings, you're welcome to do that too. Then we also offer business line hosting, which is we'll port the number in for you, and that way we can text from your number and we can get all the calls, and it's no additional charge to you for us to do that. So what is also nice is if you don't want to port, we can still add SMS texting to that number we give you to forward your line to.
Fantastic. Thank you, Erin. And what about text messages and or emails? Is that part of the service as well?
Absolutely. We provide you a team email that goes directly to your team under your company's name, and you can set that up in your business management software to get copied on online scheduler emails. Maybe you have an info ad email for your company, you could have those emails copied to us as well. Bounce back emails, all of that, and we will work those so you don't have to. And then we do provide text messaging as well. We know some agents like to only work on text now.
Right, it's 2025 after all. Okay, one more question we have. What about an inspector who offers ancillary services they don't provide themselves through third parties? How does that work?
We definitely offer third-party management with the service. There's no additional charge for that. You just have to provide us with their email and phone number. And anytime they select that service, we'll send the order to them so that they know what it's scheduled for, and they can respond back when they can go, and we can coordinate access for them if we need to.
And then we have one more from Mark. Can you sell inspection packages based on the client's needs?
Absolutely. As I showed in the demo, and I can bring it back up again real quick. So if you have a standard package, we can also add notes, offer this one first. For example, this home run package here is going to be the home inspection, termite, and radon. If we know they're getting financing, if we know that there's an opportunity for radon, we're always going to try to offer that. We're going to say, oh, if you get our home run package, maybe you discount it, maybe you don't. We have this package for you and it's going to be X amount of dollars. So if I select that, boom, we're giving you your termite is free with this package. So for the home radon and termite, it's $550 for the home run package. So we can do things like that. Maybe you charge full price, but just make it a package where we can do that to make them feel like they're getting a better deal with the package. I forgot to show you guys. When we do send an order over to you, it will sync into your software as mentioned, but we also send the appointment sheet over. And this is what the third party will get: client information, agent information, and contact info. I don't know, some third parties send the report directly, some send it to you and you upload it. It just depends on your setup for that. But it will block out the prices to the third party. They will not see the pricing, but they'll see all the property information and contact info as needed.
How about overflow?
So are you looking for overflow for your just that overflow service? Is that what you're asking about?
Question is, can you do overflow calls? We'll give Mark another minute maybe to add some context. If
You
you
are
can.
provided with a team of about 6 to 8 representatives. So there is always someone there to answer the phone if you're worried about someone being on the phone when another call comes in for your company. There is someone to answer it live. But if you're just looking for backup and overflow, we do provide that service if that was the question.
Yeah, he clarified afternoon or evening, so it sounds like times of the day where they may not be able to
So,
cover.
for example, our hours of operation is 8 to 7, Monday through Friday, Eastern time. Central time is the same. Pacific, it is 7 to 6. So it just depends what time zone you're in. And then we do offer weekend coverage. Now that varies based on your time zone. So without knowing that, I can't give you specifics because that's a lot of math to do in my head.